Okay, hey crafters, today is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. You won't see this video for a couple days because I'm filming them in advance. I've got two bins sitting in front of me today that we are going to go through. We're going to put the yarn on the shelf, put the projects in the project pile, put yarn that I'm donating into a bin. Any notes and leftovers that belong to projects that I come across will go into a separate spot. So, hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to Granny Square Peg, where I am going through everything crochet related, and the last couple of days it's been all yarn purging. So we are calling this the Great Yarn Purge of 2023. So it's a gray, rainy day outside, so the house is dark. I've got on every single light, so hopefully the lighting's not bad, right? Someday I will buy a photography lighting kit so I don't have to worry about it anymore, but that's not today. And I'm also on a time crunch because it's really late in the day. It's already 3 o'clock and I got a really late start today. So let's see what we can do before I have to go run some errands and do some things. I gotta tell you, it's looking really good in here. There are hardly any bins on the floor, and I've got plenty of room to walk around in my living room. Now, you guys have been seeing small little clips of the rest of my house as I'm walking through my house, and you can see that my hoarding issues are not just yarn related. They're everything related, but I know this. And I'm working on all of it. 2023 is my year. Finally getting my stuff together. Alright, so this is yarn bin number 11. I got a whole bunch of number 4 medium worsted weight balls of yarn sitting on the top. Okay? For the moment, I'm just moving these out of the way. And then I'll do the purge thing if I'm purging it. Not if, definitely, because some of this I'm not keeping this. Alright, so let's move all that out of the way because there's a project sitting underneath of these balls of yarn. Like this big ball of blue, more than likely I'm not keeping that. Yeah, really a whole bunch of leftovers from projects. I try to save these for last because my cats love to chew on them and play with them while I'm working. Bad kitty cats that they are. Yeah, because right now they're sitting to my left and they're watching every ball of yarn I take out of the bin. Yeah, nope, nope. Nope, be a good kitty. He's like, I am being a good kitty, Mom. Look, I didn't touch it. Alright, so yeah, there's a project in here that I was working on with Deborah Norble's Everyday Soft Worsted Variegated Yarn. So I'm going to take it out of this bin and go put it in my project pile. Actually, I wonder if I should take everything out of this and just leave it in the bin because it's actually pretty big. Yeah, how about if I do that? This project is actually bigger than I realized, so I think I'm going to take everything else out and leave this project in the bin. So, I got some reorganizing to do. So, chat amongst yourselves for a moment. See, random bits. We're going to take all this out. But the yarn hook, does it belong with this project or with others? Green.
Do you want this?
Yeah, can you put it on the couch? Does it feel dry this time?
Yes. My nail bar shirt is very wrinkly, so I'm putting it in the dryer and hoping it'll fix it.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, thankfully I have a set of notes here that lets me know this hook belongs with this project. Okay. That one's not. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the bin. This is all the yarn that goes with this project. And then I have a bunch of squares that I crocheted. So since it takes up so much room, I'm just going to leave it in this bin. And I'm going to put this whole bin over in my project file. I have a pin on Pinterest. Do you guys still do Pinterest? Is it still a thing? A knitted blanket. It's where I had got the inspiration to do this one. It was color inspiration. So, I don't actually have a name for it. I'm going to put the lid back on that and then go put it in my project pile. Okay, let's see. So out of that, everything I took out of there, there's another crochet hook that I can put away. And then I've got sample squares that I'm going to go stick. I have a basket that where I'm putting all my samples. You see all these? And these are awesome colors. I'm not going to frog those. I'm going to put these in a blanket of random leftover squares, right? I was working on a hexagon, trying to get those corners right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a granny hexagon. I was working with hook sizes, trying to see if there was a difference between the E, F, and G. I often do that to see if they come out in different sizes. So this is all Karen Simply Soft. And this one we're going to frog this one. This one is done with sport weight baby yarn, but see how it didn't come out right. So I'm going to frog that. But for now, it'll go in my sample bin. Alright, so let me put these away. Put the hook in my case. Alright, so all these balls of yarn that I took out. Let's see. There we go. Alright, I have no interest in this dark shade of blue, so I'm going to throw it away. Don't be mad at me. These shades of red is this bright cherry red. These two darker shades of red. I'm real picky about my shades of red. I like these two. I'll keep these. And you know that I'm definitely keeping the pinks. This feels like Banna's choice. I've got more of that. Definitely all the pinks. Now, these little bits, I mean, what can you do with these? You can't do anything with these little bits of yarn. Right? Some white. Oh, I do love that shade of blue. Okay, I've got 3 of these. Since there's 3 of these little shades of blue, I can put them all together to make one bigger ball of yarn. Okay? But see this dark shade of purple? I don't like it. When the colors are so dark they can almost pass for black, I don't like them. So these darker shades of purple can go. Yeah, some more of that blue. See, I can make a bigger ball with that blue. Alright, more purple. I like the warmer shade of purple versus this one. So I'll keep these two, but I'm getting rid of this. And definitely these little bits. I can't do anything with those. And then these two go in my variegated shelf because you know I'm making another Patchwork Squares blanket. I can't wait till I get all this stuff organized so I can get back to crocheting. Alright? So let me go put these away on the shelves. Okay, so you guys know that as soon as I have a bag of trash, so I don't have any regrets and I don't go back and grab it all and put it back on my shelf, that I've been tying the bag up and I've been taking it right out and putting it in the garbage. But it's raining really hard right now, so I'm just going to go sit it at my front door, and the next time somebody walks out, they can put it in the trash, okay? I'm not keeping it. Okay, here's another bin. Now this bin is total random stuff. I can't get the lid off. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take you off the tripod and I'll show you what it looks like. See this? More random balls of yarn. If the ball of yarn is big enough for me to at least get some kind of square out of it, then yes, I'll keep it. But if they're just a tiny little bit like this and I can't do anything with it, I'm throwing it away. And I'm okay with that. If it's an ugly color and I don't want, I'm getting rid of it. So I can do this real easy. This is Karen Simply Soft and it's new. So is this one, this one, oh, and some brown. So I'm gonna go put these on the shelf, okay, because that's the easy stuff. Some leftover variegated baby sport weight yarn that I made a blanket out of. I think the blanket was sold, so I don't even think I can do a video on that. But since it's variegated, it's going over in my cabinet along with, ooh, there we go, this, which is called Craft Smart Value Yarn. Kind of scratchy. I'll have to see if I can find a way to soften that up a little bit. I think I got that at Michael's, maybe. Some more variegated from Big Twist. So again, goes over there. And I think for the moment I'm out of time. I've got to go take one of the kids to work. And this has got a lot of little stuff in it. So I don't think I'm going to film this whole bin. I showed you what it looks like. I'll come back when I get at least half of it done. But that's after I go run the kid to work. Okay, so I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, crafters, it is still Thursday. I took the 18-year-old to work. I am soaked because it is raining that hard and it is cold out there. So let's get this bin done so I can turn my space heater on. I can't have it on while I'm filming because it makes all kinds of funny noises. Alright, so let's see what we've got in this bin because it is full of stuff. Okay, so I took out all the small balls of yarn, and I don't think I'm keeping any of them except for these two right here because I know they don't look it, but they're actually orange and they're variegated. So I'm going to stick that with my variegated yarn. But the rest of this it's just taking up precious real estate, and they're really not big enough for me to do anything with. They're not my favorite colors, except for, you know, the pink, but I've got plenty of pink on my shelf already. So this tangled, massive, tiny little balls of yarn, I think I'm going to throw them all away. So then, this is what else was in the bin. These are bags of leftover yarn for projects that are in the project pile. So these, I have a spot where I'm starting to put all of them. I got 3. They're going over here into this bin right here. This is leftovers that are in baggies that go to projects, and all my notes. Look, see? All my bins are gone. Alright, so more leftovers. Okay. And they all go in there. Notes in there. Okay, alright. And then this bin is what I'm donating. So, this is what I have left to go through. Alright, let's sit down and figure out what we're keeping and what we're getting rid of. Okay. Hi. Let's see. We've got a lime green from Big Twist, and Big Twist is the yarn brand that's sold at Joann's Fabric. Okay. I love a good lime green. So, I'm keeping that. This leftover gray from a project. Nope. I'm not keeping that. This dark maroon color. No. I'm going to donate it. And there's the second one. I'm going to donate that. My oldest project I was working on before my grandma died, so that stays. Someday I'll figure out what to do with that. Some leftover black from Red Heart Super Seaver. I don't want it. Black is the worst color to work with. I do have some white left over from Red Heart Super Seaver. I don't want it because I have brand new white, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, these 2 quilting kits. It's got the fabric that you can make a quilt out of. I'm going to donate this. And this little pink one. Although the pink one is really cute. But I'm not a quilter. So I'm going to donate it. Stretchy sock yarn. I don't remember what this was used for to begin with. And I have some tangled up messes. I'm going to get rid of it. Some random tangled up red with sparkles. I'm going to get rid of that. Now this is, it probably goes with this. It's Karen's Simply Soft Party. And it's red and it has metallic threads through it. Did I say sprinkles? I meant sparkles. Did I say sparkles? Sometimes I mix those 2 words up when I'm talking about yarn. Sprinkles and sparkles. So I don't actually have a plan for this. So I'm going to donate it. Yes, this is going to a Christmas tree skirt that I'm working on, and I had bought this to go with it. I really like these 2 colors together, so they stay. Oh, yeah, I was looking for this. I am working on a sweater pattern, even though I don't wear sweaters. Yeah, I got yarn fibers again. I have a sweat jacket that I wear that it's my favorite because even though I'm only 5'2", I've got broad shoulders, and a lot of times women's clothing pinches up in the arms and across the shoulders. I've got wide shoulders for a woman, so my sweat jacket is from the men's section. And I love it. Gives me lots of room to move, right? So I decided I wanted to crochet a sweater using my sweat jacket as a template. So I was using light colored yarn, so it's easy for me to see my stitches and to count them and to write up a pattern. And I already used most of this, and I was looking for the rest of it. And there it is in the bottom of a bin. Some random velvet polyester yarn. I don't have any job for this. It is fun to look at, but there's not a lot of it. And I'm sorry for those people out there who like to make stuffed animals and stuff that could use this. I'm sorry, but it's probably going to go in my trash pile. Alright, so what's left in this bin is a bag, right? But this is my Karen's cupcake yarn that I'm making a blanket out of. And this has also got new yarn so I can finish the blanket. But it's also got my leftovers and my notes, and hopefully my crochet hook is in here too. So I'm going to take the yarn that's still brand new. I'm going to put that on the shelf. The little bits in the leftovers, I'm going to find the blanket in the project pile and stick it with the blanket in the project pile. Okay? So, give me a minute to put all this stuff away where it belongs, and then I've got another empty bin. I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, crafters, that's it. Another empty bin. So that's 2 bins taken care of in this video, right? And we're going to do this one real quick. Now, this is a bin that I did not do on Wednesdays with what's in the yarn bin, because this is my leftovers from Sophie's Universe. And I haven't done a video on Sophie yet. So these are all of her leftovers, I think, except for 1 or 2 balls that I didn't use. What I used was Red Heart Soft. Okay, and I used this teal color, which I love, love, love this. And then this color, they call it Deep Sea, which just reminds me of a lighter shade of teal. Sophie's upstairs on my bed right now, keeping me nice and warm at night. And I did a lot of this off-white color in my Sophie. Grape, which is a purple color. This should be berry. I used wheat. What shade of green is that? Guacamole. I love that shade of green. Okay. All the yarn labels that I used. And this is one color I did not put in my Sophie. It's the navy shade of blue, which I don't want this, so I'm going to go ahead and donate it. Because it's new, I didn't use it. I did not use this shade of gray, which I'm not a big fan of the gray either. So I'm probably going to donate that too. I did use dark leaf, which went really well with this guacamole color. And then this was my favorite color that I put inside my Sophie. It is called Seafoam. I love this. That I ran out and I had to go out and buy some more, and it was on sale, so I bought probably 2 or 3 balls of it. So even though these are brand new, they're left over from my Sophie because I bought extra just in case, because I was making up my color combination as I went along. And let's see, some more off-white and a whole bunch of little leftovers that I'm not getting rid of these because it was such a really good, awesome color combination in my blanket that I'm going to keep them all in this bin. And I'm actually going to put all of this back in here. And I'm going to put this whole bin over there on my yarn shelf. I'm just going to sit it up on the top. Found a little post-it note to myself. So when I get back into making blanket videos, I will do a video on what I'm calling my Sophie blanket. I didn't design it. It was designed by a blogger, and they had a crochet along for it, but I didn't know about it at the time. I crocheted later, after the crochet along. So we'll do a video on that at some point. So this whole bin, tiny as it is really leftovers, and I'm going to go stick it over on my yarn shelf. And I will be right back. So check it out, crafters. Look, I've got my couch back. Well, that's my temperature blanket. It just came out of the washer and the dryer. There's the bin I just emptied. Those are my leftovers and my notes. Those are my samples. That's my donation bin. Look! I got my floor back! Okay guys, that is it for today, what did I say today was? Thursday, January 19th. And you'll see this video in a couple days. Remember, I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary since I started making these videos, and I'm actually feeling pretty good about the progress that I'm making. That every day it actually gets a little easier, and then the next day it gets even a little easier and a little easier. So if you guys are struggling, I would suggest stick with it if you can. Just one bag at a time, one box at a time, one bin at a time. And then when you decide if you're going to keep it, go put it away. If you decide you're going to throw it away, take it right then and there and go stick it out in the trash, okay? If you're going to donate it, stick it in the bin, stick the lid on the bin so you can't take it back out of the bin. Just do small little chunks of what you can, and remember, you're not alone in any of this. If it wasn't for you guys and the help and the support and the encouragement that you're giving me, I don't know if I could be doing this. And if it wasn't for my husband and my kids with the help and support and encouragement, I'm not so sure that I would have been strong enough to do all this. So I'm happy with the progress that I'm making, and I'm getting excited about wanting to crochet again, because I started this journey because my rotator cuff was damaged and I couldn't crochet anymore. I hadn't crocheted for a year. My rotator cuff has practically healed. It's like 99%, and I can crochet now, but I couldn't be creative in this massive pile of stuff that I was just sitting on top of. I couldn't be creative, and I couldn't think through any of it. So looking at that shelf over there that I've got the yarn on, my brain's going. It's like, oh yeah, let's go make another blanket. And we need to do some tutorials, and we need to do a crochet along. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I've made a lot of progress. I seem to be missing a bin. There should be a bin somewhere that has wool in it, and I'm thinking it might be accidentally sitting in my project pile. So I might have to come back with another video of purging after today, because I know I've got one more bin sitting over there that I didn't get a chance to do for what's in the bins on Wednesdays. I'm also misplaced something, so I don't know. I have to go digging around my house, because if you guys have seen in the background, my house is I'm not only purging the crochet stuff, I'm also purging in other areas of the house, which is why I've been getting overwhelmed and tired very quickly, because I'm also purging in other areas that are not being recorded and will never see the light of day on the internet. So thank you guys for being here, for everything that you've been doing for me, and we're almost done. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.